gems in college football, Merlin Olsen Field at Maverick Stadium in Logan, Utah. Just about halfway through the season, and things are starting to take shape here in our coverage of EA Sports College Football. The Aztecs will kick off first, and here we go. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. So Utah State's offense will have the opening possession of the game. And now out to lead the attack, it's Cutter Bowling. Led his team to a win, throwing 4 touchdown passes the last time out.
Well, the biggest reason why this team has an opportunity to reach the college football playoff and one of the non-Power 4 teams to do so is because of the play of this quarterback. And what a game he had the last time out. He's just so dialed in. Good decision-making. I was so impressed with his rhythm and his timing, David, and those are going to be 2 critical factors for him, I think, to continue this thing and play well today.
Yeah, and to take this where they want this to go, right? Like, everybody wants to be that team that represents the non-Power 4, right? They want to be in the playoff, and he gives them a chance. The way he's playing at an elite level, this dude can put some fear in some really, really good rosters. So excited to watch him finish out this season to see where this team can go.
All right, guys, let's chat a little Utah State. They've jumped to the top of the conference standings. Now the trick is finding a way to stay there.
Well, and that's your goal to start the season. It's always about the conference first. It's not about the national championship picture. So great job taking care of business within the conference, Jesse, but a lot of meat still left on the schedule.
Yeah, and remember, conference championships mean a lot because the way the college football playoff is set up, if you're winning your conference championship, you're probably in the playoff discussion. So they've got a lot of games ahead. They're in that prime spot right now inside their conference. They've got to keep playing well.
Trying to slip through and pick it up. Coming through that 3rd down conversion, and they'll mark it at the 43.
Every offensive coordinator in the country, they come in the game, they have a script. They have a couple plays they want to go through to get their team settled in, get down and get in good 3rd down situations, execute on 3rd down. Nice start on this opening drive by the offense.
Motion from the wideout. Looking downfield, it's Bowling. Got his man. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line. The Aggies getting set on 1st and 10. The handoff as they run the counter play here. Might have picked up a couple on that one before he was knocked down. Following that run, we have a player who is shaken up. That's the sophomore running back they're taking a look at, and Holly Rowe will let us know what's going on the sideline. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. From the gun, running back on the move. Oh, he's got some space. All the way down to the 25-yard line. They move the sticks. It's 1st down.
When the running back gets going and gets ahead of steam like that, so hard to get to the ground. That's why you blitz. That's why you bring pressure. That's why you bring more guys in the box so you can get him before he gets going. But once he got going, you could tell it was hard to get a hand on him, hard to get him to the ground.
Fresh set of downs going up top. It's complete to the right. He'll be pulled down inside the 10 at the 8-yard line as they play a little pitch, catch, and run. After coming up with back-to-back explosive plays, here they are 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here.
If at first you don't succeed, try again. I wouldn't be surprised if they just turn around and hand it off to him again here on 2nd.
They keep pushing forward, now back to work on 2nd and goal from the 6. Going to audible here. Let's see what they do. Tight end in motion. See how the D reacts. Looking downfield. It's Bowling. Wide out trying to get it in. He's all the way down to the 2-yard line. Just spectacular execution there.
I like the aggressiveness by this defense. You got to play tight on the wide receivers. There's not a lot of space on the field. You got to be aggressive, and you got to make tackles.
Finding it tough to make positive yardage. Now 3rd and goal from the 2. Wide receiver comes in motion. keeping it on the ground on 3rd and goal. And he's in! Touchdown, Utah State!
That is how you finish a drive. Nice drive put together. Don't kick threes. We need touchdowns. And that's a great job executing down here near the goal line. You got the 3rd and goal. You were physical enough to run the football in. Nice start to this football game.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Aztecs offense takes the field for the first time in this game. And here's a guy who's going to have to make some plays at wide receiver in this one. And he will have to deal with Jalen Braxton, who can absolutely be a blanket on anybody he's covering. They think there's room to run to the right here. He is snowed under, nowhere to go, and it'll be 2nd and long. And the Aztecs racing to the line in the hurry-up. Sells to fake. He uncorks one deep. Goes high to pull it in. And he was loose and out the gate and doesn't go down until he gets to the 48-yard line. The give. Gain of right at 7 yards, 2nd and 3 coming. Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on 1st down. It's 2nd and 3.
And you're seeing the offense now mix up the tempos. After a successful run, they're now going hurry up.
And he's brought down after a short gain. This feels like 4-down territory, 3rd and short from the 40. Plows his way ahead. That defensive front just flat whipped them as they knock him down for a big loss.
And that's exactly what you want to do as a defense, man. You want to get penetration and not let that tank get downhill. Because when he gets downhill at that weight and that size, it could be a problem for your defense. Get him before he gets started.
Fires to the big fella. He's brought down, but not before he picks up the 1st down and a gutsy call to keep this drive alive.
Well, I think the experience on offense was a big reason why the head coach felt confident going for it there on 4th down. He has a lot of guys that have played a lot of snaps. They've been in these big game moments before.
And the heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45.
What a great play by the defensive tackle. Look, sacks aren't just for very athletic, long defensive ends. These D tackles, man, they use their strength. They push linemen back in the pocket, collapse it, and come away with the sack.
Motion from the wide receiver. Off the bootleg and rolling out. Fires to the wide out. Working on the right. They'll wrestle him down just short of the 1st down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one. Secondary walks up on the line, showing press coverage. Drives inside. May get him on the ground. The defense knew exactly where they had to stop him, and it's 4th down. The quarter comes to a close. Utah State has the lead. We've put one in the books. Let's have a look at our game summary. They converted 4th down earlier on this drive, and now they'll try it again. Quarterback run is part of their game plan. Turning it off. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Aztecs.
This is like having an extra running back in your backfield. This quarterback is magic. When he decides to keep the football, he can make people look absolutely silly. He shows you on that play.
And he tacks on the extra point. So that was a 10-play, 75-yard drive. And he finished it with a scintillating 28-yarder to the house. No chance he's taking a knee. Here he comes. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Here comes the Aggies offense out to start this drive. They saw what happened on that last scoring drive, and now probably feeling a little bit of heat to answer. Back to pass, it's Bowling. Look out! And it's a sack.
I love the defensive effort there. They didn't get him right away. They stayed after him. He was scrambling, going backwards. They get the sack on the first play of the drive.
And the Aggies trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Second down, going to throw it. Nothing doing downfield. He'll cut his losses and throw it away. It'll be third down.
Well, this offense really is putting themselves behind the 8-ball right now on this drive. Sack first down. You've just thrown an incompletion, so third in California. Defense knows you're probably going to throw it. What can you dial up here?
Changing the routes with his receivers. On third and long, he'll need to push it downfield. Turns it upfield. He works his way to the 21-yard line. Not enough to pick up the first down. Utah State will be forced to send out the punt team. First one of the day is off. He was called on 3 times in that victory last week. Trying to get started. Tries to find a little more running room on that return, but he'll be stopped at the 36. The Aztecs offense ready to go back to work. This could be a real turning point in the game. They scored a touchdown. They got to stop, and now a chance to break the tie.
Yeah, this offense has got it cooking, man. And how about the defense? Great job getting that stop.
Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31.
Try to go play action, but that did not affect the defensive tackle. He was bull rushing his guy, collapsing the pocket, and he comes away with a sack.
Back to pass on second down. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Makes the grab. It's Hawkins. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. Defense in press coverage. The fake wants to throw. Tight end finds a soft spot. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down. The Aztecs will try to pin them back with the punt. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. The ball hits at the 5, and it'll go into the end zone for a touchback. The Aggies offense will have another go at it. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, and to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Back to throw, it's Bowling. It's complete on the right side. Across the 35, out of bounds at the 36, and a really good pickup as they're starting to move. That's a way to give yourself some breathing room. Now the second play of the drive from the 36. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Stopped at the 47 after a 10-yard gain.
Man, that was a good run, but it was almost even better. Great job by the offense. Keep the running game going. You get big chunks like this. Not only was that a big chunk, it also looked like it could have gone for more.
Quarterback changing the play. Fresh center downs going to the air. Couldn't quite hang on to the pick, and he will be thinking about that one for a long time.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Takes the easy completion. He's down right there, short gain on the grab.
And I love linebackers, man, that just have a nose for the football, an absolute feel. Great job not losing vision, feeling the running back start to come out of the backfield to catch the football, and then doing the most important part. Probably the hardest, too, getting him on the ground.
On third down, he drops to throw. Fires and picked off. And he'll be marked down, but what a play to come up with that interception.
And this ball looks like it just got away from the quarterback. I think he made the right decision. He was going to the receiver that seemed open, but just not very accurate on the throw, and that leads to the interception.
Snags a quick pass on the left. He's into plus territory, knocked out of bounds after the nice game, mark it at the 47. And the Aztecs want to move quickly.
All right, defense, you got to turn the page. You just gave up an explosive play through the air, but here comes the offense going quickly. You got to get...
Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock it down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48.
And that's now their third sack of the game. This is one of the best units in the entire country getting after the quarterback. They have done such a great job recruiting athletes up front and in their front seven. They can blitz, they can rush you with 4, with 3, but they've got dudes that can beat you one-on-one, and you're seeing that in this game.
All the way down to the 27-yard line before they get him out of bounds, and this offense is threatening.
That's a really, really good route by the receiver. It's called a corner route. Did a great job sticking his foot in the ground.
Lets it fly deep downfield. Touchdown, San Diego State. Makes the grab right along the back of the end zone.
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. I'll tell you what, keep that. Game up, you can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
And he'll bring it back. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Guys, the Utah State offense about to give it another go. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. Out of the gun to give to the back. That may not look like a huge run, but they'll take it as it gets them up to the 24. They'll try to kick it into overdrive. Clock's running, second down coming.
And the offense has a little bit of success, and what do? They push that turbo button right back on the line, ready to run another play.
Out wide left, it's Haynes. Crosses the 35. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. They drop him at the 47-yard line, but he'll have plenty to move the sticks. Utah State comes to the line with a 1st and 10.
And after giving up a long run defensively, they don't have a chance to substitute now. They've got to get ready to go because the offense is going tempo.
Holds on, it's Johnson. Makes the catch, but goes no further, and it'll be a short pickup on that one. 2nd and long here. To the air, it's Boley. Finds his target. Could not make his way to the corner. They're at their fastest tempo trying to get off this 3rd down play. From the gun, wants to pass. Out of the backfield, he's open. Doesn't quite make it to the 1st down marker. He's a yard short. Timeout taken here by the Aggies. That'll be their 1st. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Utah State trying to keep the drive alive on 4th down. Snapped it, and he has to have it. Rolling to the right, trying to make something happen. He'll try to do it himself. Nice run there to keep things moving before they force him out of bounds.
And I love the change in decision-making, right? That was a much better job. Last possession, tried to force it in there, threw the interception. This possession, it's not there. Take off and scramble. Great job. You got enough athletic ability to do that. Big third down conversion by this offense.
Showing the arm straight down the left side. And that one's too high and too wide, out of bounds and incomplete.
Nice job by the defense there, taking all throws away from the quarterback. He had nowhere to put that football in the field to play, so that ball obviously had to go out of bounds.
Long way to go on second down. Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. This time on target. Timeout taken by the offense as their second. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half.
Really nice job responding by the offense here. They watched the opponent go down the field and score a touchdown on that last drive, and you could see the quarterback there in the commercial break. He's telling his guys, let's go. We're going to go get this one. Everybody lock in. And that's what you're seeing on this drive. Doing a really, really nice job. They look confident. They're trying to score a touchdown themselves.
To the air, it's Bowley. They're all over him. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
A good job by this defense. Great job in the secondary. Eyes on the quarterback. They took away the first option, made him go to option 2, made him go through his progression, and then they got time to get home and get a hit on the quarterback.
Second down to the air. Unloads to the wideout. The pass falls incomplete, and there are 8. Left.
All right, you got to be careful here if you're the quarterback, right? Back-to-back incompletions. You've had a nice drive. You're still in field goal range, though. Think about this. You cannot take a sack. That has got to be what the play caller is reminding his quarterback about in the headsets right now. If it's not there, throw this thing away because we've got a chance to at least get 3 points here.
Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33. And as we work our way toward halftime, timeout on the field. And as the clock is winding down here in the first half, they'll send out the field goal team. He boomed it through, a 50-yard field goal showing off that powerful leg. And we are headed to halftime. Both squads headed into the locker room to make some adjustments. Gives us an opportunity to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football Studio Update. Utah State about to kick it off to open the second half. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. What do they talk about at halftime, Holly?
I caught up with the San Diego State head coach at the half. Listen, things have not been going right lately, but they have found some momentum here in this ballgame. He said, I know we've got a lot of clock left, a lot of game left, but it all starts right now to continue to believe they get the ball to start the second half, and we'll see if they take that first half momentum into the third. Back to you.
Appreciate that, Holly. They'll need a bunch on second down. Fires to the tight end. At the 40, there he goes. Gets it to the 46-yard line. First down for this offense.
And you've really seen the evolutions of tight ends, man. These guys are no longer just big bodies that block like the extension of the offensive line. They're more like receivers, and I love when the quarterback gets it out of his hands, and then you just watch. They can make plays.
And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36.
This defense, they are tenacious, and they've got guys up front that are athletic and that are so strong and can collapse the pocket. You saw it right there in that play action.
The Aztecs with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Running inside, it's Mitchell. A confident, tough, efficient run gets it up to the 44. 3rd and long, a lot of ground to cover. Here's the snap, itching to fire downfield. Setting up the screen. And the screen goes nowhere. They stop him for no gain on the play. And the Aztecs will punt it away on 4th down. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. And the punt will hit at the 1, just a little too far for them to be able to down it. It'll be a touchback and come out to the 20. Utah State's offense takes the field to get this drive underway. So they get the ball back after the defense forces a punt, and I'm sure they tried to make some adjustments at halftime after a little bit of a rocky first half. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
Linebackers in today's football, obviously, guys have gotten smaller. They got to play in space more, cover fast guys out on the perimeter. But how about this linebacker coming downhill and making a physical tackle in the hole?
He'll be dropped.
And what a great job by the defense here. 1st down, 2nd down, 2 straight runs. They stuffed both. And that was a big key for them coming into this game. They want to set up 3rd and long situations. And now those edge rushers can pin their ears back to get after the quarterback. They can mix up and disguise their coverages on the back end, hoping to create negative plays and takeaways.
3rd and long coming up. They'll move the wide receiver. Dropping back, it's Boley. It's picked off, and that's number 10. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. Out of the gun, the running back has it. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play. The Aztecs will hustle to the line.
And after that run, getting right back up to the line of scrimmage to go hurry up, defense has to be ready.
Snowed under by the defense.
Well, they want to come out and try to get the run game established, but up front defensively, they made a play. They gave up nothing on that one.
Got to find some breathing room if you're going to establish yourself on the ground, and there wasn't any that time.
Yeah.
He's picked off, and he's thrown a dozen of them. No room to return, but no problem after making a play like that, and they'll have it at the 25. Utah State has it back, ready to go to work on offense. He threw a pick the last time they had it. Now they have to take care of the football. Looking for running room. Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28.
Well, they're going RPO. Nice job handing it off, and really good vision there, just getting what he can get, right? Puts his foot in the ground, gets forward, helps this offense find positive balance.
The play fake. Quickly out to the tight end. And he surges up to the 36-yard line, and they'll move the chains. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. They'll go to the counter. Tackled almost immediately. Not a whole lot on that one.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Just gets rid of it to the running back underneath. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the 1st down marker. 3rd and short from the 44, and we might know if they plan to go for it on 4th down by what they call here. He let that thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection.
And you didn't have a lot of panic in the first half, but, man, you're starting to get now in the second half. And this.
Hold on a minute. The offense still out there going for it in their own territory. Wide receiver going in motion. Got to make the play on fourth. It's dropped, and oh, what a tough way to end this drive. Desperately wanted to convert on fourth down, but couldn't do it. DB's locked up tight on the receivers. Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49.
And those outside linebackers nowadays, they're so fast. They got to cover ground. You can blitz them off the edge, and they can get after quarterbacks. Versatile. That's why they're getting drafted so high in the NFL and getting paid all that money.
Under pressure, and they can't connect, but the flag flies, and I think this is going to be pass interference.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. He simply can't do it, and the referee's caught it.
Offense set on first down. Makes his man miss. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a first down. They'll run it out of the shotgun. They'll pull him down after a pickup of 5 down to the 23. And the Aztecs come to the line in the hurry-up.
I like this idea by the offense going hurry up here. You just had a very nice run. Let's get back up to the line of scrimmage and go fast.
Selling the fake. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
And this offensive line's got to do a little better job, man. You've got to give your quarterback time to go through his progressions from go to 1 to 2 and then maybe make a play. And he goes off of his first target, and you can tell he did not have much time getting hit as he's trying to throw the football. You've got to protect your quarterback.
Handoff from the gun. He was fighting his way toward those sticks, but they'll stop him a couple of yards short.
Keep the foot on the pedal if you're on offense here. You got that yardage. Yeah, you didn't get the first down, but you've set yourself up now to go for it here and keep this drive alive.
Looking for the marker. And he will not get there. How about this defense stopping that run short? Utah State sending its offense back onto the field. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Just gets it to the 28, pickup of 1. We've reached a break. It's San Diego State holding the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. They had a chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on second down.
5, 3, ready, go!
They'll run him again. Tripped up at the 25 after picking up 4.
Man, it's nice when you can depend on your big boys up front to make a lane, and you get 5 or 6 yards. You get 5 or 6 yards a pop. You move the ball down the field easily, and more importantly, can get this defense to be more aggressive, to bring DBs close to the line of scrimmage, and then that might open up some big plays down the field.
Now they'll really try to get this drive going. Good execution on third down as they have it 1st and 10 at the 31. And on that 3rd and short, I don't think he was unhappy to see that zone.
Nope, it's a great job by the offense. Hey, see where the holes in the zone are? Sit down. You only need a little bit of yards on this 3rd down. Get the conversion. Move the sticks.
And it'll be a short game, but no need to take a big hit there on the scramble.
And that's a pretty good job by this defense. Man, it's so hard to limit these quarterbacks, and they're spreading you out all over the field. When they take off, it's hard to limit the damage. Nice job limiting the damage. And I tell you what, make it physical. Finish those plays and try to tackle that guy and make him think about running the football in the future.
I love the play call by the offense here running the ball. The score is what it is right now. You don't have to panic. You don't have to throw it every single down. You don't have to go up tempo. Just run your stuff. Be balanced. Run the football. Make sure this defense stays honest.
Looking to pass. It's Bowling. the quick pass. Big pickup on that one. They'll mark him out at the 40.
Nice throw, nice catch, great completion on that out route. Sometimes those cornerbacks, when they see that early, they can make that jump and get that pick six. So those are dangerous routes to throw, but it worked for him there.
They'll run it. He'll be brought down quickly after a very short game.
And that run really didn't go anywhere, and a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those five guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those five offensive linemen.
Handoff again. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle.
Well, this running back has had a pretty good day so far in this game, and I think the key right now is for the defense to find a way to slow him down. He had a good run 2 plays ago. The defense gets the TFL on this one. I think you got to change up your fronts defensively and try to give this offensive line.
Caught, and he's got room. And he's tackled, brought down at the 19. They're into the red zone with another first down.
That's why this guy is such a weapon in this offense, because you don't have to throw it far downfield. Just get the ball in his hands. He catches it close to the line of scrimmage, but look what he was able to do after the catch. He gets an explosive play for this offense.
Operating in the red zone here on second down. He's changing the play. Wants to go up top on second down. Stepping to the right. And he's run out of bounds just short of the goal line, and they keep him out of the end zone for the moment.
It's money time, and my quarterback's got to come through, and boy, does he ever. It wasn't with his arm this time, but with his legs. You don't account for his legs? Look at this. Scramble around, get outside the pocket, make something happen, and make the heads-up play to stop the clock by stepping out of bounds.
Just smothered on the play.
There is nowhere to run and nowhere to hide on these situations. You know the physical ground game comes into play inside the 5-yard line, and they match the intensity. Nice job. Everybody flying around to the football, making the tackle for a loss. Nice job by this defense.
They've been running it, but now the pass. Got there right as the ball did. Jarred it loose. It'll be third down. Looks as if we have an injured player for the Aggies on the field. That is the senior offensive lineman who's shaken up. Holly Rowe will check on his condition. A huge chance for points here on 3rd and goal, and if they can get it in, we might have ourselves a finish. Moves the pocket. It's Boley. And he wanted to get the score right there, but it falls incomplete.
This is the part of the field, man, you really got to have a plan, because these windows get smaller and you're trying to fit that ball into the end zone. It's difficult to do. Quarterback, receivers, they got to be on the same page.
So here we are on 4th down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world. He splits the uprights. It's now a 1-point game, 14-13.
And that's massive. All the pressure on your defense now. You've made the field goal. You've got to get the ball back. You need one more kick. That's what you need. And so the defense has to be ready to take the field right now, play with intensity, play with energy, and get it back to the offense quickly.
San Diego State trying to get things moving on this drive. This game is so close to being salted away if the offense can just run out the clock. Rush right in his face. Makes the grab. They'll give him 4 on the pickup at 2nd and 6. Timeout called by the defense. 2:09 remaining on the clock.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
They'll keep it on the ground. The clock is on their side. He stopped just short of the 25 at the 24-yard line, but it will be a first down.
Fresh legs, man, and it is showing, of course. This team had the bye last week, and you're seeing it right now late in the game, running the football, imposing their will against the defense that looks tired. Of course, they had to play last week, and you're seeing that right now.
Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the second half. It's 1st and 10. Now they'll run it to the right here. There he goes. Good, solid pickup on that one, and they've got it out to the 40, and it's first down.
And this offense has obviously had success, but, man, they haven't done it on the ground. And late in this football game with the lead, love to see if they can do what they just did. Establish the ground game, let that clock tick.
There's some room. Got enough for the first down. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
This is a pretty easy situation for the offense right here, guys. We need one play. We need one run up front. O-line, we need you to come through for us and ice this game. They do a great job allowing that back to pick up the first.
And it's just physicality up front. The big boys creating some space because the defense knew what was going on. They have to get a stop here or this football game is over. A lot of guys near the scrimmage. They can't get it done, and it is over.
Their work here is virtually done. No need to take any more chances. They'll line up in victory formation. The quarterback takes a snap and takes a knee.